All right. Shalom. First and foremost, call on Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Harachakwadash. The bonus are our apostles at Great Millstone who were well, that taught us his truth. Peace, love, and blessings and salutations to Yakim that's part of the Bayath Shawadah, the Bayath Shawadah, the house of David. As you see the title, through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahasham Yahawashai. I'm not going to make this long. It was just a live lesson I had on my spirit last night. I was going to do it last night, but, why not do it in the morning? As you see the title, it says, but you must remain faithful to the things that you have been taught. You know they are true, all right? And through the spirit, we know, I'm going to get this, because that's the NLT version of 2 Timothy's, the 3rd chapter and the 14th verse. And I'm going to actually get it and read it, and then I'm going to read it in the NLT, okay? What is 2 Timothy's 3? Bear with me one moment. So I'm going to read it in the KJV, then I'm going to read it in the NLT. 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 14. But continue thou in the things which thou hast learned and hast been assured of, knowing of whom thou hast learned them. And through the spirit, continuing in the faith, continuing in the things that we need most. We have examples, all right, which are the examples of the apostles, and then when you read the scriptures, the main example and the finisher of our faith is Yahawashi. All right, but right now the Lord gave us men on the planet Earth, all right, that are examples, okay? Like I said, which are the apostles of Great Millstone, all right, that have been teaching since the 60s, all right, 1960s on up, okay? So I'm going to read that again. It says, but continue thou in the things which thou hast learned and has been assured of, because when you come to a certain point in this truth, all right, once you start learning, right, you learning under, like you got guys that have not continued in what they have learned, all right, and they're not assured anymore, because now you got guys that have learned from the apostles that are switching up doctrines, all right, that are just changing up through the spirit, all right. But it's up to you through the spirit to continue in the things that you've learned and being assured who you learned them from, okay. It says, and has been assured of, knowing of whom thou hast learned them, right, and that from a child thou hast known the holy scriptures, which are able to make thee wise unto salvation through faith which is in Yahawashi. Right. So as a child, man, you have the example. Now in the NLT, this is 2 Timothy 3 and 14. It says, but you must remain faithful to the things you have been taught. Right. So you must remain faithful to the things that you've been taught, man. All right. And if you learn from the apostles of Great Millstone, that's who the things that you've been taught, that's one of the best things through the spirit to keep yourself afloat in the faith. I speak off of experience. All right. Like, a personal little testimony through the spirit. Once I found that the apostles through the spirit, all right, and I just instantly, it was the spirit that just had me instantly like, yo, this is it. And I don't watch nobody else. All right. I mean, I'm strong enough through the spirit to, see what other camps are talking about, but that's neither here nor there. But through the spirit, I'm assured of who I learned from. All right, because the testimony of Yahweh Bahasham Yahawashai and the knowledge that the apostles, have given out to you brothers, like myself through the spirit has never failed. And that's how you know through the spirit that, Yahweh Bahasham Yahawashai is dealing with them. So through the Spirit, you have to be assured of what you learn from, knowing who you learn from. And a lot of these other guys, like I've met dudes that, you know, have learned from the apostles, and then, you know, they go off to watching other camps, and then they start thinking. I knew a dude that was like, yo, I have to go back and research. Man, ain't no time to go back and research and see if who you've been taught from is wrong, because you know what that is. That's a demon. Okay, that's a demon, man. All right. I heard a dude actually say that out of his mouth. You know, he wasn't assured of who he learned from. But guess what? That's a spirit, because through the Spirit, you should be assured, all right, of who you learn from. And it says, in the NLT again, I'm going to read it again, 2 Timothy 3:14. But you must remain faithful to the things you have been taught. You must remain faithful. You know they are true. And these guys know, like Sakari and them, all right? They want to be top dogs in this and that. There's a lot of guys that want to be top dogs, but who did they learn from? All right? Who did they learn from? And they know that these things are true. Now, these dudes, they come in, all right, they learn, and then they want to be top dogs, so they put a little a twist or a spin on the doctrine. Okay? But this doctrine, all right, that we learn through the Spirit and power of Yahawashi is untainted. All right? Because the scriptures talk about wisdom being an unspotted mirror. All right? And unspotted mean, look, man, you know, an unspotted mirror meaning, yo, this wisdom's going to draw out who you really are. Okay? And it says, you know they are true, for you know you can trust those who taught you. All right? And this goes to my next scripture, Luke 21. And that's powerful. Like I said, that's in the NLT. It says, for you know you can trust those who taught you. And how do we know that we can trust those that taught us? Which goes into my next scripture, Luke 21. Let me see, Luke 21 and 15. For I will give you a mouth and wisdom which all your adversaries shall not be able to gainsay nor resist. So going back to this in the NLT, 2 Timothy 3:14, you can trust those who taught you. When have any of the brothers that have been taught from the apostles been confounded? All right. You know, or haven't drawn the crowd, or people coming up against you through the Spirit. All right. And you've been confounded. Okay. Like I said, it says, you know, they are true, for you know you can trust those who taught you, because they're an example through the Spirit of not being confounded. And let me get this real quick in Sirach. Sirach 34. It's 34? Yeah, it's 34:9. Bear with me. All right, this is Sirach 34:9. It says, oh shoot, hold on. Yep. Okay, yeah, let me start at 9. It says, a man that had traveled knoweth many things, and he that hath much experience will declare wisdom. And that's what it's about in this faith, all right? Experience and wisdom. Okay, you got other brothers that are under the umbrella, all right, of the apostles, right, that learn, that continue to teach through the faith, all right, that know that these sayings are true, and know and can see through the Spirit and power of Yahawashi, all right? You could trust these men with the knowledge that they are giving us, because it hasn't failed. And I speak that through experience myself. Okay? It hasn't failed. All right? And that's how you know Yahawashi is dealing with those particular men. All right? And the fruit on down. Okay? Because not only has it not failed as far as wisdom, okay, in the faith, but as far as you know, certain situations certain situations, all right, you'll probably see Apostle Ramlab Gabar or Apostle Tahar say, hey man, if you're doing this, deal this certain way. And you got to embed that in your head. All right. You're like, all right, you see that. And then when you do it, and it works because these men have experience. Okay. You're like, damn, man. I seen a video and then the apostle said, if this happens at camp, do this and that. And then it works through the spirit and it saves you out of a lot of things. Hey, Shalom, Brock. Yahawashi Mashah, Bahasham Kakdash Brakatah, brother. It saves you out of a lot of turmoil and trouble, man. All right. I'm going to read it again. It says, Sirach 34:9, it says, a man that had traveled knoweth many things, and he that hath much experience will declare wisdom. That's why Apostle Paul had a lot of them epistles, okay? And he wrote a lot of them epistles to them churches, and he was writing them specific things like charity, things of that nature, him counting the cost of things, him going through things, temptation and all that, because of the experience that he had. And now we have that same experience to who the Lord set up, all right, to be an example for us brothers in the faith, okay? Because when you look at these other camps, all right, like I was watching Sakari in New Jersey, New York, and them are younger dudes, but the leadership that's up high, you can tell that they don't follow the leadership. All right. And you can tell that the leadership has failed them. All right. You can plainly see it. It says, he that hath no experience knoweth little, but he that hath traveled is full of prudence. When I traveled, I saw many things, and I understood more than I can express. Yeah, because through the spirit and its faith, it's a journey. We on the road. Well, hey, what's to say? I'm on the road to glory. And it's faith through the spirit and power of Yahawashi. It's a journey, and you brothers know that well. It's a race, but it's a journey. All right. So when you travel much, it's some things when you first come in through the spirit that you're not gonna learn until like 2, 3, 4, 5 years later. If this place is still here, I say that through experience. I was 18 when I came into the faith, and I didn't learn a lot of I didn't learn a lot of things, and I'm not talking about scriptural wise. I'm talking about as being a man, through the faith. I didn't learn a lot of things until I had to go through things. Okay, you might be in it 2, 3 years, and the Lord will continue to refine you and put you through that fire. Then you start learning, like, damn, I gotta move this way, I gotta move that way. Okay, it says I'm reading it again. It says, when I traveled, I saw many things, and I understood more than I can express. I was oft times in danger of death, yet I was delivered because of these things. And brothers got testimonies of that. All right. Brothers got testimonies of being oft times in danger and of death, but the Lord delivering us to put us through specific things to have a testimony. Okay. That's when you watch the live feeds of the apostles and things like that, they got many testimonies, but look how much and many years have they been in the faith. Okay, so they are examples through the spirit. And you other elder brothers, you other older brothers through the spirit, to the younger men that's barely coming in, you are an example through the spirit and power of Yahawashi. All right. So I'm gonna read this again in the NLT for you brothers that's just tuning in. This is 2 Timothy 3:14. But you must remain faithful to the things you have been taught. They are true, for you can trust those who taught you. So the things that you learn, because really in the KJV it says what you've been assured of. Okay. But they are truth. Hey, man, a lot of these guys that learn from the apostles that branched off and now are doing their own thing, all right, they know through the spirit and power of Yahawashi that the sayings that they got from those particular men are true, all right? And they know that they can trust those sayings because it's dudes out here that are speaking about the MOTB, all right, being the charagma, all right? It's dudes out here that can't sway away from who they learn from. That's why they go up there and let me visit the apostles. Let me go, you know. So it says, yet I was delivered because of these things. The spirit of those that fear the Lord shall live, for their hope is in him that saveth them. And I got about 4 more scriptures. So, you know, Lord willing, you know, through the Spirit, man, you know, continue. Hey, you brothers out there, continue into the things that you've learned, because I'm gonna tell you straight up, if you have, in which it's a spirit, man, it's a spirit, all right, it's a evil spirit that comes upon specific men that say, oh, they're wrong about this, and you know, of course you do the research, but if you in your mind say, I gotta watch this dude to see what he says, and you start to question who you learn from, that's the evil spirit. All right. This First Timothy's 5 and 17. Yeah, this First Timothy's 5 and 17. Let the elders that rule well be counted worthy of double honor, especially they who labor in word and in doctrine. You know, so let the elders be counted worthy of double honors, because the Lord set them up ultimately. All right. And a lot of you guys out there wouldn't have the abilities or the capability without the exhortation that the apostles gave you. You know, I know me myself through the Spirit. You know, when I watch a certain elder brothers and the apostles, man, it amps me up, and it keeps me in the Spirit. All right, it keeps me in the Spirit, because I know that those men ain't gonna steer me wrong, and you should know that too. You should be assured of that. All right, but some men have not the faith, as the scriptures say, and they want to be big. They want to do this. They want to do that. All right, but the Lord through the Spirit, man, is dealing with the humble. He's dealing with the meek. All right, he's dealing with the lowly. All right, and it said, 1 Timothy 4 and 12. It says, that's the Spirit that says, be an example. Let no man despise thy youth, but be thou an example of the believers. And who are we to be an example to? The brothers that's barely coming in. All right, when you on the highways and byways, when you're doing epistles, when you're doing videos and things of that nature, you know, you don't want to be the person that, like, you know, you see a lot of dudes, they come in, they get this, man, I don't want to be in this or that. That's why you got a lot of guys talking about them, oh, well, the camps are wicked. Well, the camps ain't wicked. You know, you know, the Lord told us to go out on the highways and byways, but you want to be an example to the elect. All right. And the word example means, it comes from the Greek typos. It means of ruinous events which serve as admonitions or warnings to others of men worthy of imitation. Okay. Hey, you had a lot of people that I want to be like Mike. All right, but we're striving to be Yahawashi like. Okay. It says Mike ain't gonna get you salvation. All right, but Yahawashi is. It says, let no man despise thy youth, but be thou an example of the believers in word, in conversation, in charity, in spirit, in faith, in purity. Till I come, give attendance to reading, to exhortation, to doctrine. And this is just exhortation through the Spirit. All right, and you heard it said doctrine. All right, and the 100% faithful doctrine out here through the Spirit that's not going to steer you wrong is what the Lord have given to the apostles of Great Millstone. All right. So we got to be faithful. It says, in word, in conversation, in charity, in spirit, in faith, and purity. Because, hey, you older brothers out there that been in this for a while, that's teaching, all right, through the Spirit, man, you're an example to the younger brothers coming in. All right, what you go through on the highways and byways, what happens to you, the fire, the flame, all right, what the Lord puts you through, all right, what brothers see with their eyes, the sincerity, the Lord is going to have everything come out. All right. I got two more scriptures and I'm gonna close it out. Should I get this? James 5:10. Yeah, here it is. James 5:10. It says, take my brethren, the prophets, who have spoken in the name of the Lord, for an example of suffering, affliction, and patience. All right. So, hey, man, we're the example out here. All right. First and foremost, the apostles, but we're the example out here, man, to you brothers that are younger, to you brothers that's barely coming in, and, really look through the spirit and power of Bahasham, really look at the examples so you could conduct yourself in like manner. Because when things pop off, the Lord's going to have our back, first and foremost. But while we're here, certain things that you see brothers go through and things like that, don't take it lightly. Don't tread lightly. All right? Don't tread it lightly, because these are examples for you. Like I box, and you would study your opponent. You would study. All right, I might have to spar him, or I might have to fight him. You might see your man's on the mitts, or you might see him on a video. You're like, all right, he does this. He does that. You have to critique yourself through the spirit. All right, you have to critique yourself. Okay. This is the last scripture right here. 1 Peter 2:21. Yeah, is it first? Yeah, 1 Peter's the second. Salakia. 1 Peter 2:21. For even hereunto were ye called, because Yahawashi also suffered for us, leaving us an example that ye should follow his steps. Right. Who did no sin, neither was guile found in his mouth. So we have the examples out here, all right, through the spirit, that we should follow in Yahawashi's steps. And the Lord always chose specific men through the spirit and power of Yahawashi, all right, to lead example. Look at Moses. Look at Joshua, Caleb. All right. Look at the Maccabees. Okay, there's a lot of examples through the spirit, all right, that we should be following. Okay. And I'm not talking about these other camps, but I'm just saying specifically, mainly. Y'all can, dudes out here, oh man, he a man pleaser. Ain't no fucking man pleasing, man. I'm just calling it out. I'm just calling it what it is. All right. And sometimes you have to do that. A lot of times you have to do that. You have to call it. You gotta call it for what it is, man. All right. But Lord willing, this is edifying to the hopeful elect. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Harachah Quadash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who will wear the taught us truth. Peace, love, blessings, salutations to you, Akim, this part of the Bayasha, Dabadada, House of David. Lord willing, this message was edifying to the hopeful elect. Till next time, Shalom.